Hello there, everybody. This is going to be my attempt at making uh, something of regular content since I'm not always streaming. Don't always want to get in front of the camera with my current living situation. Maybe later. Uh,
In a world covered by endless water, people are forced to eke out a living on the small patches of land that remain above the sea. The people of this world rely on ancient technology driven by quantum refractors, a powerful energy source. These refractors lie in ancient ruins underground and in the sea, and are sought out by explorers called diggers. These brave explorers are the sole source of refractor energy, which has become a cornerstone of the emerging civilizations. Originally, this was the diggers' only purpose, to find refractors so that civilization might endure. However, over the years, the story of a fabulous treasure, the legendary Mother Lode, began to be whispered among the diggers. The Mother Lode, a treasure so great that if it were discovered, it would provide so much power that the world never need fear running out of energy. Seeking this Mother Lode, diggers travel from one island to another in their flying machines, ever hoping that they'll find what they seek just over the horizon. Hope. Despair. Charity. Greed. Duty. Power. Who can say what truly motivates the diggers?
so it will be a thing where I'm just going to be quiet during voiced cutscenes in most of these. Like I said, I'm hoping I'll be able to do this regularly and probably release like a 20-minute video every day. Gameplay with me voicing it in the background afterwards. As I go through this, I'm not gonna be releasing this at all. If I don't make it through the first like 2 hours I've already recorded. But waiting on the start screen for the cutscene that shows up. This is an introduction to the villains of the game, the Bond family.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. All right, listen up. Drop everything and give me your undivided attention. In about an hour, we'll be arriving at our destination, Catalog's Island. Double check your equipment readings and make sure everything's in working order. I want another flawless operation, same as the last one. I swear this treasure will be ours or my name's not Bond. Let's do it!
I absolutely love the villains of this game. They are amazing.
Megaman? Megaman! Megaman! Can you hear me?
Just barely. The transmission isn't too clear.
I got worried because the transmission got cut off suddenly.
I'm okay. I think this is the last door. Roll! It's still active. The reactor's still running.
Great! What about the refractor?
It's here. It's a big one, too.
All right, now maybe we can finally get some money. Be careful. Don't count your chickens yet. I'm picking something up on my screen. Looks like a Reaver bot. You'd better get out of there. Come on.
Right. If you see anything, let me know. Here we go!
This will probably make me sound either old to a certain crowd or young to another one. This was probably one of my first games ever played. Really early PlayStation. You'll notice that it looks
like a small one.
looks like you're
You should be able to take it down with your
unable to
bumper
move fluidly, because this is actually before analog control was a thing. So you can only move with the D-pad in 8 directions. Yeah, turn left and right with L1, R1. Right and left on the D-pad is strafing. And then there's forward and backwards. You'll see me consistently screw up interacting with people. I keep trying to press X to interact when it's O. So you'll see me do little hops in front of people or in front of doors. It's really stupid. And it's just a product of not having played a game where O is basically the confirm button in a long time. There is another version of this game. I think it came out like 4 years later on the N64 called Megaman 64. But that version is inferior in almost every way. The N64 just doesn't have the hardware to play a game like this. The audio sounds muffled. I think that you have like this weird fog that keeps you from seeing more than like 10 feet in front of you. Things just pop in randomly. Kind of like you're playing on a really slow computer these days. Just like running around, a building pops in like 30 feet in front of you and you're like, that wasn't there. But the games that probably defined my childhood would be this one, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX, and was it Quake 2 on the PS1? Like mid to late 90s games.
Watch out, there's something right in front of you.
I really like the art style of Mega Man Legends. It's one of the first 3D Mega Man games I'm aware of. But you'll notice that the characters' faces are actually very emotive. Like, there's a lot of cinematic games from the time where the characters' faces just always have this blank look on them no matter what's going on. But you'll notice that, like, here after I face the tutorial boss in a little while, Mega Man is... what's the emotion I would put on the face he has? Concerned, as he's like backing off away from the tutorial boss. And a lot of the things that you can come across in this game aren't immediately... You wouldn't immediately know what to do. Like, you know, how a new player is going to run up to that and be like, what in the heck is this box? But it's just full of money. And again, you can tell the movement's really jagged. You only have the 8 directions, no analog stick.
Megaman, I'm picking up a Reaver bot. He's above you, watch out!
And one of the criticisms I have of the early games is that they really don't make any of those threatening at all. Like, all I gotta do is hold down R2 and fire, and as long as I don't go like immediately below him, he can't do anything to you. And I do love this functionality. You can shoot those like 7 or 8 times, or you can just kick them over. And I don't think the game's even introduced the kick mechanic yet. It's just triangle, which is your special weapons, which you don't have any of yet. Funnily enough, I noticed that The Buster part tutorial comes up later for no particular reason. I don't understand why. I don't think it happens until part 4 or 5. But I pick up another Buster part and it tells me again how to equip them.
Megaman, I'm showing a large blip in front of you. It's probably a Reaver bot. Be careful. Huh? Megaman, can you hear me? I'm losing you. The transmission's breaking.
Roll? Are you alright? Can you hear me?
And there we've lost contact with Roll, and we're coming up to the tutorial boss. And you'll notice that there's an issue with this boss that's an issue in almost every 3D game. Like even freaking Dark Souls, like all 3 of them. I imagine Bloodborne. I haven't played enough of that to really tell, but you can just circle strafe him constantly. Just run around him, firing constantly, or you can go back and forth like I did there. Circle strafing just seems to be a huge issue with 3D AI and their tracking. Oh no, he didn't actually die. And I really do think Capcom just knocked it out of the park with this series. The 3D Mega Man games, really great for my childhood.
I wonder where Roll went. No way.
But you can already see just like how emotive Mega Man's face is in these cutscenes.
Back for more?
And here, Mega Man commits Sudoku.
See ya.
Ah, it was a trick. Somehow that plane was down there, even though it wasn't there just a second ago. And they even have him, the tutorial boss, is like leaning backwards really unnaturally for something with 6 legs like that. It should just tip over and roll off at that point. Ah, he left me all alone in this pillar.
Phew. Nice timing, Roll.
Anytime, Megaman. I'm sorry, Megaman. I had some engine problems, and...
It's okay, Roll. But I'm glad you showed up when you did.
all's well that ends well, right? And we were able to get a refractor. We should be able to get by with that for a while. If only the mother lode were as easy to find as this.
Don't worry. We'll find it someday. And your parents, too.
Thanks. I know we will.
Oh, the engine's overheating. The smoke's so thick I can barely see.
What? I guess the flutter's in worse shape than I thought.
Roll, the number 5 beater's going crazy. She can't take much more of this.
Gramps, can you open up the number 11 valve again?
Got it.
We'd better find some place to set down. Megaman, check the map.
There's an island called Cadilloc's about 100 miles southwest.
Good. Check.
Can somebody give me a hand?
Sorry, Gramps, but my hands are a little full right now.
Ooh, I see it. Land ho!
Come on, hold together. Just a little bit more. Hold on, I'm taking her down.
Right!
Looks like we made it.
I don't know what that was that came off of the bottom of the flutter, but that looked kind of important.
This looks pretty bad. I don't think it'll be safe to set foot in here for quite a while.
We've been pushing her so hard. Haven't been taking good enough care of her. We'll just have to fix her up.
Looks like the repairs aren't going to be finished anytime soon. We'll be here for a while, I guess. This island, what do you call it, Megaman? Cattle Locks? Must have a town or a city somewhere. Think you could go take a look around?
And this is one thing I do like about this game is that the entire game does take place on Cadillacs Island. Just about everything in this town is connected in some way. It's very recognizable. It's very it's very easy to navigate. Once you've been through it, you'll know where everything is. But there's a little bit of exposition in that cutscene. The reason that you are actually looking for the mother lode in this game is because Roll's parents disappeared while venturing out to find the mother lode and left her in the care of her grandpa when she was very little, like 3 or 4 years old. And Mega Man Legends is a series. It does have a third one that people may or may not be aware of. There's in chronological order, it starts off with one of the last games released. I think it was released in between 1 and 2. The Misadventures of Tron Bon, where you actually get to play as the villains before they meet Mega Man.
Megaman! The police saw us crash land and came to check up on us.
Well, you certainly put on quite a show. But it looks like everyone's all right. Let me welcome you to Cadillacs Island. Now, I'd like to ask one of you to come with me to the station.
We need you to fill out some immigration forms so you can get your registration and ID card. You can't enter the city without one.
Don't worry. It won't take very long. While you're waiting, you can spend your time in the shopping arcade next to the city. You don't need an ID card to get in there.
Are you ready to go, Professor?
But the Mega Man Legends games aren't particularly long. The first one's only 5 to 6 hours, depending on how fast you go through everything. There's a bunch of side quests and mini games. So we are Mega Man Volnut in this game, and we are diggers who will be fighting Reaverbots. So that'll be the end for this one. In the next episode, or in the next part, I will be exploring through the marketplace a little bit, and I don't remember if I play the music the first time through there. They have a music store in there, and you can actually listen to a bunch of different styles of music. And then these are the serve bots. They are the Bond's little minions. If we don't leave soon, we'll get a parking ticket. But yeah, next time I explore through the marketplace a little bit.